What did you go quiet for, Kenny?
No reason.
No reason?
No, there's lots of breakfast.
Did you say you have to give it a beating?
No.
You should never do that to an engine. You should caress it, Kenny. Caress an engine.
Yes.
Till it purrs.
Yes.
Or blows up.
Yes.
Denzel.
Yes.
Hello?
Not good.
Ah, no. So, back at this video already. Now, we did post this on the page and a lot of people wanted this video. So this is why we're recording it. We have an Astra J VXR in for a forge. We've got another one outside as well. Kenny's just dropped something in the oil pan. And he's loving life.
It's not one of my tools, is it? No, it's not. Oh, sorry.
So with the Astra J VXRs, they are very common for the piston issues. Apparently they're nearly as common as the coursers once they're mapped. So now what we're going to do, this is low on cylinder 4. We're always compression test them when they come in as well, just to make sure and see what's going off. Now already Jack's loving it because for some reason these have separate coils on them. Whereas...
That's not the bad thing. The bad thing is just the plugs.
Yeah, the plugs are very bad, which we'll show you in a second. But the coils are all individual. So this is what we mean by individual. They are on their own. Whereas Kenny over here, is stripping down an Astra H engine. I mean, it is from a Zafira. So that was said this already, eh, Kenny? And the audio messed up.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, we're going there again.
So we did that last time as well, last video.
Yeah, we did. So for some reason the audio went funny, so I've recorded it.
I just want to upset Kenny. You meant to leave that on there.
Well, you kind of set the bracket off.
I said unbolt it from the block, not from everything.
Hit him.
It's kind of off now.
Hit him.
I know.
Hit him.
But stop.
Hit him.
Hit him.
Just fucking do this one.
Right, so anyway, Astra H engine. This is the coil pack on these. It's all solid. Now on the Astra H, as you saw, not Astra H, Astra J, as you saw, they have their individual coils. So that's fun. The spark plugs themselves look a bit worn out. So you can get some focus in here. Maybe somewhere, anytime soon, camera. It's not focusing. Yeah.
Fucking hit it.
I'm still not focused. There we go. So on the spark plugs, obviously we've got Denzos in here, which aren't that great in the Astra J's. To be fair, they ain't very good in any courses, are they? Like Vauxhalls. So we're going to quickly cue. What we're going to cue?
Compression test.
That's it. There we go. Compression test. So let's show you these compressions. 1 to 4.
Monster.
Very quick and sporadically. Cylinder 2, 135 psi. Cylinder 3, 165 psi. Cylinder 4, 90 psi. So those values should be within 10% of each other and they should be equal all across the board. So on that you saw cylinder 2 and cylinder 4 was low on compression. Sorry, I can't give a straight face. Well, I can hear his Kenny in the car making car washing noises. What's wrong with you? So obviously that indicates that there's a piston issue. It means there's something wrong with cylinder 2. I mean, it could be a bent valve or something like that, can't it? Slight bend, not sealing it with the compression test. But obviously with cylinder 4, it's low on compression to 90 psi. You usually see that that is a piston issue, don't you? Yeah. So now we're hoping it hasn't done any damage to the block. I mean, it can be rebored at the same time, but you know, there is a limit. There is a limit on that. So we're going to jump into this, enjoy some cinematics of this engine being pulled, and we may do another video of stripping it all down and building it back up. I might just time lapse that possibly.
Do that.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
They say Mike's about to blow though. Tell me something that I don't know. With the crowd bouncing like bogles. You can come on the tour bus, just please no photos. But they're all like Somo. Cause we be going off on the off nights. Cause I've been on every single song I put my pin on. No, they don't know. Or maybe they starting to. Cause I work so hard that it's hard to lose. Top spot, I'm taking that face to face. Got a bottle in my hand, I'm facing that. Cause if winning is a habit, then I've been an addict. Every night it's cinematic. When you roll with us, and we won't live forever. But I will remember when I met you in the summer. And I came to your town. town. We fell in love, then we burned it to the ground. And we could be together, baby. But I gotta leave soon. Everybody's listening now, but we got nothing to lose. When I met you in the summer, when I met you in the summer,
What are you going to do for him?
Nothing.
You're going to take your inlet pipe off and he can have a feel? Is that what you just said? Alright, so the Astra J engine is out. Now, you may notice that there's a few little differences on this engine as well. Now, I mean, it's not so bad. A lot of people drop the subframe, but then you have to drop all the suspension system as well, I believe. But we've kind of just done it a completely different way, which was actually pretty damn fast as well, wasn't it?
Easy.
Yeah, it's a lot easier. Now, the power steering coolers on these, they have them, which is shocking really, because the Astra H doesn't, does it? So these are classed as a high performance car. The discs and pads and that are quite expensive to replace as well, aren't they? They're not exactly very small. Now, in terms of the engine, it is kind of the opposite way around. So earlier we talked about the coil packs being different. So these got individual coils for each cylinder. However, this engine... Thanks, Jack.
Start.
Where's your little dress?
Start rusting up.
Thanks, Jackie Boys. So this side
I need an haircut.
is the front. I know, I'm going to sort you out. I'll sort you out.
Sort me out.
I will. Right, so this side is actually the front of the engine, which you see here. Now, the front of it is actually the inlet side. However, on the Astra H, it is actually the turbo side. So the rear actually has the turbo on it instead. So with the turbo on the back, it makes it very difficult, doesn't it, to put a bigger turbo on these. I mean, you can get one on, but
you just
in the sense of
against the bulkhead.
yeah, exactly. You've got very limited space to get it there, and plus the exhausts are a bit of a nightmare to replace. As you can see from the top, this sits here. Hence why there's all the heat shields and everything else. But you can see that there's 4 bolts on there, which again, with the engine in, would be an absolute nightmare to replace. In terms of reliability, which engine is better, the Astra H or the Astra J? So, you alright there, you got a cough? Yeah? So, whichever is in terms of reliability, to be honest, they're probably just as bad as each other. Well then, quick. Second too long than I like, Kenny. In terms of the reliability, they're pretty much the same. So this engine has its issues with the piston problems. The Astra H has its issues with the rod problems. Now the Astra H's do come with forged pistons from factory, which are usually fairly good, up to about 400 horsepower, but it's the rods that bend instead. Now, in terms of the reliability, like I said, they're pretty well matched engines. These seem to be a lot smoother. However, they do have the piston issues, which is a shame. But they are nice cars to drive as well, aren't they? They're really nice cars to drive. So this isn't the only one that we've got in. We've got another one as well, but we thought we'd record the first one for you guys. I know the timing chains are pretty shit, aren't they? Because I think everyone that we've seen, they've either snapped the guides or the chain stretched itself, and obviously they're supposed to have what? A long.
They're meant to be lifetime.
Yeah, but nothing's lifetime though, is it? It's like nothing is lifetime, but they're supposed to have that lifetime warranty from Vauxhall. I mean, you don't expect a Corsa engine to blow though, do you, when you buy it from Vauxhall after 20,000 miles, but they do. So, we're gonna probably put maybe a second part of this of, there might not even be any talking, we may just do a lot of time lapses or big time lapses of this engine being stripped down and then being built back up, and then a video of it being finished. We may do that, we may not, but we'll see how far that goes. So now from us, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and follow us on Facebook. If you've got a Corsa, Astra, Mariva, Zafira, anything that needs forging, drop us a message, we can do it all. So, see you guys.